first time we started producing this song. First of all, let me say good afternoon to everyone here, beautiful people here, everyone.
You are home.
Yes.
Class is home.
To your cherished listeners too.
Yeah.
Yes. So as I was saying, it brings back memories, and sometimes I'm like, hey, I call you know, vibes.
The vibes.
Most of the songs when I listen to them, I'm like, hey, Charlie, did you really write that? I was young and putting me, conjure all these words. So it brings back memories. Yes.
Are we going to? I know now you've turned a different direction. Are we going to enjoy? I don't see the sin in this or the bad or anything bad with this, but we're going to enjoy a love tune like this from you, aside the gospel direction you've told.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so I'll have some songs to play to my girl when I get one.
You have to. It will be a song for married couples.
So you have to get married before. Okay, so the obvious question everybody at home or everybody listening would love to know is, what happened? Why the switch? What warranted the switch from doing this and now saying you are a minister, you are toying the direction of the creator? What happened?
Yes, so as I said before, God happened.
Yeah.
And you see, I've been on a lot of platforms.
Yeah.
I've been on a lot of songs.
Yeah.
Talk about the A-list artists from top to down and a lot of featurings.
Yeah.
And I've been on Mentor Project Fame, won awards and all that. So if I come out and I say I'm no more into that, but I'm into ministry, people tend it to like the wrong way. Say when you're sure say carry and now when you're sure say something happened. Maybe when you're sure say maybe you had an accident or you were sick and all that. And I thank God that mine was a smooth transition. It has nothing to do with I was sick. It had nothing to do with career, but it is the same music I'm doing, just that I switched. And back to what you were saying, growing up I used to love the things of God, and sometimes there will be a conversion in our area, then someone has it down, and I find myself sleeping on chairs waiting for the people to finish, then I help them pack the chairs. I was young back then, and I used to love church. But not knowing it was something that God had already planted in me, but time and so because and growing up to any church I go, prophet prophesy to me. I get personal convictions, personal dreams that I'm being led, I'm being taught, I'm being told, like what happened to Samuel. God appeared to him multiple times. So and we were young. And dreams, if you have a dream and you tell your friends, they'll be like, I'm not sure, say you went to eat some heavy food and you are having some, or you watch a movie and all that. So when we have those end time dreams, we no more share them. So from there to the reality show, so it wiped the I must say the plan of God for me.
Okay.
Yes, if I say I don't know if you understand it.
Yeah, I get it.
So,
were you under management before the switch, and how did they take it?
Okay, so before, yes, I was. Okay, I don't want to mention the name.
Yeah.
Yes, I was.
But I'll be glad if you mention though.
I was under a management.
Okay.
I was under a management.
Yeah.
So, they didn't. You see, if God is orchestrating something, it goes smooth.
Yeah.
So they didn't really have a problem with me, because what they told me was, okay, we came for you, and if this is your decision, there's nothing we can do about it. We respect that.
Was that smooth?
Yes, we respect that. And you'll be an yes, sir.
Yes. That's what I'm asking. Yes. Was it that smooth? Because
we had recorded a full album, a full album. We started shooting videos to it, and we really had a plan.
So those body of work, is it still available? And I say
they are still there.
With them or with you?
No, not with them.
They are with you.
No. I'm no more with them.
So, and you, like what you recorded.
Yes.
Do you still have the copies?
No, I don't.
They have it.
I don't have it. Yes.
It never came out.
No. I think one came out, Bugatti container. And you know that even
Yeah.
the Bugatti container I had, that the turnaround had come.
Yeah.
But now in country will be I
Oh,
was
okay.
I was facing the challenges, the personal conviction. So because is it real or is it not? Is it real or is
Yeah,
it not real?
yeah.
And you know, I just forgot about it and I went to do Bugatti container.
I'm a bit noisy here. Let me nosy. Let me ask you this question. Did you sit and have a conversation with them and say, I'm going in the direction of becoming a gospel artist or ministry? Can we work? Did you have that conversation? Did you appeal to them that you love them to also help you with this journey? And did they say no or did they say yes? Or you didn't have that conversation with them?
Okay, so I must say I didn't have that particular conversation with them because Biana or Bepese or no be
Yeah.
the gospel, because I had a lot of people who wanted to invest during that particular
Yeah,
time.
you were
I
a hot
went to them
people.
and I told them that, oh, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
And some love the things of God, so I thought it's simple. But when I told them, they were like, guy, when you serious cry, oh, be I say then you know I lost them.
Was it because the gospel world wants to give them money, or it's just because of how it's been arranged
They
here in
didn't
Ghana?
tell me their reason, but I could sense and feel, say,
Yeah.
oh, maybe they are the type who would love to associate themselves with secular, or they don't want to go to gospel, they don't want to
Yeah.
BBC Basa.
With all of them turning you down, I know the God factor is still in there.
Yes.
But what still gave you the push to pursue this thing? Like all the record labels, maybe somebody you think would have helped you
Yes.
in this new journey, turning you down. What still was the push for you to continue to tow this direction, to still do the gospel music?
Okay, so I'm sure most of us, we've been in a particular place that or a situation that people always want to discourage us, but
Yeah.
we know that yes, don't cross this line. But there's
That's
something
what they-
speaking to us.
Yes.
Aside there's something speaking to us that no, go. Maybe
Yeah.
the person do not want you to win that opportunity. Just
Okay,
go.
okay,
Just go.
okay.
I was being discouraged so many times, but to your question, I was having this inner conviction that no, it is I who has called you. Go.
Wow.
Go. They will reject you, but still go. Still keep pushing. Still keep pushing. Still keep pushing. So I was like, okay, I just want to go and see for myself.
Yeah.
Because why are you telling me not to come? I have to go, and if I fall, then I know
Yeah.
Matiashi. Even
Yeah.
if I fall, I'll rise up
again. I love the way since the transition you've been dropping. And was it last week? Yeah. When we saw him,
Yeah.
I went to listen to the song.
Which one?
The new one,
The Worship Rise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The starting alone. The starting alone. We'll come to that. But how many gospel songs have you done so far?
Okay, so I have 5.
5.
Yes.
What are some of the comments? How has the reception been like?
Powerful. It's been very powerful. I'm one person that I take my time to read every comment, and I reply every comment. both on Facebook, both on WhatsApp,
Wow.
TikTok, because I want to have an interaction. Like aside the music thing, I want us to have this family vibe.
Yes.
Hey, Kesse, reply me. Hey, reply me. Someone said in all his lifetime he's been following musicians for 20-something years. Nobody know artists has responded, not even like. And I'm like, oh, you know. So it's been so good. It's been so powerful, and I must be frank. And Biana will support you. Biana some don't buy into my decision. Some insult me on social media, give it to me left and right. Yeah, some just come and give it to me. I
Just
do
like that.
TikTok live.
Yeah.
I do worship and wait. I do worship, then I preach the word. Saturdays. When I start, those Pharisees, beginning to end. So if I don't take my eyes off the comment, now you might be tempted to shut the phone because they'll give it to you. Hey, they give it. Hey, also for pay me. Hey, there are things they tell you.
For real.
Give it. Oh, they insult me seriously.
But you're still focused on
Yeah,
doing.
because the focus is the cross.
Okay.
Yeah.
Diving in the world of gospel music, give me what you think the difficulty is to the gospel fraternity, and also give me how easy it has been so far. What is one difficulty you facing doing gospel in Ghana here?
Well, it's a very great question. I'll tackle the difficulties because difficulty is part of us too. But when I was doing doing secular music, secular is not an evil that people feel. It's secular. Yes, if it is not gospel, it's secular. So when I was doing secular, the love.
There's an extra love.
Sebi. You can go to the nightclub and someone is smoking, and one guy will just come. Oh, Charlie, give me one, and the guy will just pass it and even light it for the person.
Shout out to all the Rastafarians.
And you see, I feel when it comes to the things of God, we should even love ourselves more than that. You get it? But when I started, I was very hurt. That why is it that we tend to hate ourselves like that? I watched one gospel artist. I will not mention the name. I think one of the Nigerians came to hold a show here, and the turn up was large, and the gospel artist was fighting, like she was granted interview and she was unhappy that why is it that Ghanaians, when the Nigerians come here, we support them. Like they play their songs, we go for their program, but if it is us, they don't come for our program. And I'm like, if I'm doing secular music, I can say that, but gospel, are we not serving the same God?
Yeah, you should even fight to be on the platform so that at least it grows.
Like be happy that even if you are not part of it, be happy that it is gospel. People are going in, to give their life to Christ. So why are you? No. You see, so the love. I think we are doing our best, but we should do it more. We should do two things that Jesus Christ taught us on his repertoire: faith and love. Faith and love. So if without love you can pray for heavens to descend, you are joking.
Yeah, definitely you are joking. So the love is not massive in the gospel world.
It's serious. It's very serious.
Wow. Okay. So let's talk about the good thing, the good aspects of you being in the gospel world. Have you encountered any good reactions from, like, what is the good thing there?
Yeah. So a few people too. Sometimes when I go for Prophet Fifi Forson, for example, put me on his maiden concert he does every year. And I was very much happy he put me on. And Joyce Blessing encouraged me, and I see too. I met him. He also encouraged me, and like a few shows
here and there.
Here and there. As I said earlier on, and Biana, especially if you are from the so-called secular to the gospel. Let me tell you that.
Finish your own. So I come in with that one.
It's first time in TSA. But growing in it, I realized so a young for the fault, because you see, I said it last week and I'll say it again, that if you have two eggs, one is uncooked and one is cooked, if you drop both eggs, bakobe pie, bakum pie. If maybe me, if you discourage me, it will push me to do more. But if a genuine man, you discourage that person, maybe you need panic to name your words, and you will discourage and you will kill that person's thought. I'll say it again, especially if you are from the secular to what they did to me. And still they are doing it. You see, still they are doing it. But I feel we should rather encourage me, because when I was doing secular, people came to write on my wall that you are not supposed to do secular, come and do gospel. Now I've stopped, I'm doing gospel too. Why? Go and do. Why? The bashing is too much. It makes them go back to whatever they were doing. If you don't love them, if you don't support them, you see, we should cherish them, because definitely. So we should give them that space. And
let's industry people, when I say industry people, that's fellow musicians, when the transit happened, we'll come to your new music after this question. When the transit happened, when the transition happened, how did some of them stick with you? Did some of them, hearing that you are going to do gospel, did some of them walk away? And did they affect you also?
A lot of them
ran away.
Yes, a lot of them. including friends, including loved ones, like a lot of them, because they
Yep.
don't understand why you should. Maybe I know who did you. Who said people
Yeah.
chop from our royalties and all that.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
if we move like that, won't say,
It becomes a shock to them.
and you know, as you said too, a lot of them left, a lot of them stayed,
Yeah.
and it's affecting me. I feel say it's for just a season, because if I'm still doing it, then okwa will be better.
Okay.
It is like this place. I'm sure
If
a lot of
somebody
people
leaves, somebody will come, yes.
Someone will leave and someone will come.
Yes.
So we are still doing it.
Okay, so worship rise. As I said, as soon as I heard the intro, there's something about the beat. Is it a keyboard or something?
Yes.
How did you get the song, and how did you put this masterpiece together?
Okay, so Worship Rise, I thank God for this beautiful song. I know I don't deserve it, but it's the mercy of God.
Yeah.
So it was in out of a place of prayer, and
Okay.
this song came, and it wasn't even part of the album, but I was just being convinced and convicted to do this song and forget the rest. So I followed the voice I
Voice
was
of God.
hearing, and I
Okay.
called my producer, my sound engineer, Francis Ewuja. We are in the same church, though. GDCI, and I called him, and we started working on it. And you know, he played the keyboard, he did, and the after effect, we did everything.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
You know, we just put it out there. Before I released the song, I used to do short videos, and I post it on TikTok and Facebook.
Yeah.
I don't write my Kesse, I don't write anything. I just write worship right. And people were like, which Nigerian song have you? Because we've not heard it before.
Yeah.
Send it to me. Let me go and download. I don't talk for that one. I don't say anything. I just send it at the HEB. I just send it.
Yeah.
So I realized that okay, so people love it. So when I released the flyer, someone texted me that hey, they will arrest you for royalties. But they didn't believe it was my song until the video came and I was like,
Yeah.
wow, so this is your song.
Yeah.
So it's been a very blessing.
You know, one thing I've realized is you are enjoying this new direction. Like it's painted all over you.
Wow.
It's like you put in yourself. You've come to accept this thing, and you are really doing it.
Wow.
It's an obvious question. Are you comfortable?
More than comfortable.
So-
I am more than comfortable.
This is picked out of a project, a body of work.
Yes.
When is it that body of work dropping?
The album?
The album. Or is it
Yes.
already out?
What?
Is the album already
The
out?
album is not out yet.
Okay.
Yes.
So this is one.
This is one out of the album.
How many songs are we looking at?
I wanted to do 12, but day in and day out, it keeps coming. So I can't promise. Because if I promise and I fail. You see, I had yes.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay. So we'll listen to
Worship Rise.
Worship Rise. When we come back,
Elohim.
he would see. When we come back, the Holy Spirit will take over.
Hey.
This is Class 91.3.
I will worship in the morning. I will worship in the evening.
1.3 FM.
I will worship Elohim all my days. I will worship in the morning. I will worship in the evening. I will worship Elohim all my days. I will worship in the midst of my battles. I will worship even when I'm weak. I will worship Elohim all my days. Even when I make it, I will worship. If I don't make it, I will worship. I will worship Elohim all my days. Yadosha, let worship be your altar. Let worship be your offering. Let your worship rise to Elohim. Let worship be your altar. Let worship be your sacrifice. Let your worship rise to Elohim.
Definitely let your worship rise to Elohim. And this is a masterpiece put together by Mike Kesse. And the dub, he dubs this one, Worship Arise. And it's amazing how the song just changes the atmosphere. Like, all of a sudden, there's some church in the building. So is the album looking like this? Is it going to tour a worship kind of collection?
Well, it's I call this album the Holy Spirit Salad Filled.
Holy Spirit
Salad Filled.
Hey, salad abim.
It's a mixture. I call it the Holy Spirit Salad Filled. Salad, a proper, prepared salad. There are a lot of vegetables in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's a compilation of a lot of genres, Yes, it is not just worship song. You can find worship, you can find praises, you can find pop, you can find reggae.
Okay.
Yes, you can find high life. Yeah, it cuts across.
So it's more like an element, every element in there.
Yes.
Yeah. No wonder it's salad. Right. So is there any coming projects? Is there any events you are going to be at? Is there anything, let's say real quick, is there anything coming you are cooking that we are to expect aside the album? Although you haven't given us the date for the album, we are waiting, but we'll still enjoy this worship, right? But what's next? What's happening?
Yes, so as I said, I'm still working on the album.
Yeah.
It's done, but it's not done because I think I have to sit down and be decisive enough. So this is what I want to do.
Okay.
So the album I'm working on, and I have few concerts of my own coming.
Okay.
Still working on.
Okay.
Because it will be my first for like 5 to 6 years, 2018 till now.
Yeah.
I've not really
Done anything.
Yeah, so we'll do it, and the worship will rise.
Definitely the worship will rise. Right, before we go, social media handles and how people can get in contact with you, and maybe if a church or somebody wants to collaborate with you, do you handle your own personal socials?
Yes.
So they can reach you directly. Please,
direct contact.
Please put it out there.
Yeah. So on Facebook it's Mike Kesse, at Mikesse. On YouTube, it's everywhere. So Facebook, YouTube, X, TikTok, Instagram is Mike Kesse.
Okay.
Mike Kesse. And the number is 0249313070. 0249313070. And I want to say this to any upcoming gospel musician, or even if you are A-list or not, because we are still one family.
Yeah.
Let's be in a position whereby people will not call us only because of our voices, or because of how energetic our state performances are.
Yeah.
Because of the Holy Spirit to use us to revive the heart of people,
Okay.
to bring them to Christ.
Okay.
So that is the focus.
Okay. Nat wants to say something.
Okay.
Good man. I actually listened to your story, and it seems you have a very similar story with Iona Renee. I don't know if
I know her.
It's like
Looking for collaboration.
maybe. Yes.
Yeah.
So all what he is saying, I work with Iona, so sometimes we face. So sometimes we face that same thing. That's the insult,
Yes.
I understand what he meant, but I feel Lady Rev taught me something. He said something that looks like it will kill you, that is where you would survive.
Yeah.
So from the beginning, it will look as if Charlie.
It's not
He
going
will
to
tell
work.
you it's okay, but he himself he knows. He knows, but the growth tells you I'm moving, and with time, I feel he understands his calling, and he knows how far he would go. So for me, all I would say is he should keep fighting, regardless. It's just a matter of time.
Yeah.
It's just time. It's just time. People that are doing it over and over and over, it started with something. But I don't understand why when people switch from secular to gospel, they see them to more devilish. I don't know why, but when we look at our nation, a lot of people love Christianity. We call ourselves Christian nation, but it's a bit off when you move towards their side. But I'm with some of them, so I can tell their stories. But I feel he understands this more. So let's all, for me, I would say is we should all rally behind such people. We should even encourage them even more than the people we know, so that they don't even fall back. Majority of them would switch to gospel and later fall back because of some of these things. But so I feel he knows where he's going, and I believe he would stick and make impact. That's what I was saying.
Okay, Kukwa.
Am I allowed to fangirl?
Yes, but
real quick. Okay, so when I saw him last week, I was like, I've been looking for this man, and there he is. I've always wanted to say this to you, that the path you have taken is not for the weak. The path you have taken is not for just, it's not like a mere sight. You know where you're going. I remember when Abraham decided to follow God, I'm sure some of his family members did not believe in him, but he went on to become the father of many nations. I'm not preaching. All I'm trying to tell you is that you have started something beautiful, and we want to see you grow. When I heard Worship Rise, the first thing I said was that this is a chant. And whatever is a chant was born out of a moment of some spiritual upliftment. And now it has come as far as this. I can't wait for that album to come. If you have to put it in 2 or 3 sessions, give us part 1, part 2, part 3, and we'll be ready for it. God bless you, and keep going.
Okay, God bless you. Karim?
My people have said almost everything. But I think it's not just about switching from secular to gospel that is making things a little difficult. The industry is some way in a one-way direction. When they get to love you doing one thing and then you switch to another, then it becomes trouble for your career. So all that he can do to help himself is to stay to what he thinks is right for him, and then everything will be better.
Okay. Mike, thank you so much for blessing us today.
Thank you so much.
And yes, his social media is Mike Kesse on all social media handles, so you can go there, engage with him. If you want to have a collaboration with him, just Charlie, hit the man up and let's have fun and let's worship God together. So this is Worship Rise from Mike Kesse, and listen, hit him up, and let's follow him on social media handles.
I will worship Elohim all my days. I will worship in the morning. I will worship in the evening. I will worship Elohim all my days. I will worship in the morning. I will worship in the evening. I will worship Elohim all my days. I will worship in the midst of my battles. I will worship even when I'm weak. I will worship Elohim all my days. Even when I make it, I will worship. If I don't make it, I will worship. I will worship Elohim all my days. Yadosha, let worship be your altar. Let worship be your offering. Let your worship rise to Elohim.
101.3 FM.
Let worship be your altar. Let worship be your sacrifice. Let your worship rise to Elohim. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let worship be your time. Let worship be your friend. Let your worship rise to Elohim. Let your worship rise to Elohim. Elohim. Let your worship rise to Elohim. Yeah. Let your worship rise to Elohim. Let your worship rise to Elohim. I will worship in a good voice, even with a bad voice. I will worship. For in His presence, my heart is found.